Death Stranding is the latest big game released by famous game director Hideo Kojima, and it's safe to assume that it didn't reach the expectations that were probably set out for it before launch, because when a game is given away for free on Epic Games, you know it fell off. But why is that exactly? Well, because the game is very hard to enjoy, and it feels like the game itself is fighting its hardest to not be enjoyable. But still, with all that, Death Stranding can sometimes be weirdly enjoyable. But let's start with the beginning. But before that, like and subscribe, thank you. I'm not gonna explain all the story because honestly I didn't fully understand it, and by the looks of it, neither Kojima or the actors do, so at least I'm not the only one. But joking aside, the story is genuinely interesting. It's really unique with the whole Death Stranding concept, which is the world of the dead colliding with the normal one, and the BTs and everything, but I feel the story takes an impact from the way Kojima usually tells his stories in games. And what I mean by that is that this game is filled with story dumps. Like you would sometimes get in between gameplay and missions, cutscenes that are like 5 to 10 minutes long, and the final cutscene of the game is honestly a full movie. It's very long. And I know a lot of people like this type of Kojima exposition, but I personally don't. Because after all, we're here to play a game, not watch a film trilogy and a follow-up series. And this game has such a slow start, like the first area of the map, which serves as a tutorial, takes about 5 hours to complete, and those 5 hours are probably one of the most painful experiences I've ever had in a game. Everything about them is shit, cause you're confused about the story, so you have no idea what is going on, and the game introduces more and more weird shit as it goes on. Plus the gameplay the first time you are introduced with it is going to give you nightmares because it's so different from anything that is out there, and you are so weak at the beginning that it's hard to walk and not tip over, and walking is the gameplay. So basically Sam, our protagonist, is a post-apocalyptic delivery man, because even though people are scattered across the country and living in bunkers because of the Death Stranding, they still need supplies, so our job is to deliver to them, because the world outside is very dangerous. And during our deliveries we also get a task to connect all these scattered outposts to a network to basically try and rebuild America. And the game puts emphasis on this idea of reconnecting people, and not only NPCs in the game, but also the players that played the game, because every structure you build can also be used by other players, and usually that means the game is going to be easier for them than it was for you. But at the same time you'll also find structures built by other players that will make your life easier. So in the game there is this cycle of you suffering for other players, taking a hard route but making it more accessible, and in return, in the future, you will probably use such a route made by another player, and this honestly was my favorite part of the game. And the game has a like system to show how much you've helped other players. One cool detail in the game is that when you first reach an outpost, the hologram that the NPCs use to talk to you is blurry and you can't really make out their faces, but as soon as you connect them to the network, you can see them clearly, which strengthens this idea of connecting people. The traversing in this game I really like, even though at the beginning I hated it because it was so tedious and complicated, but as you level up it becomes really fun. But that cannot be said about other parts of this game like BT encounters. I hate those, not because they are hard or anything like that, but because they are so annoying and repetitive, because all these encounters do is make you walk slowly, and occasionally the game tells you to cover your mouth, and that's it. So they just make you take even more time to get to your destination. The hand-to-hand combat is also not that good because all you do is press a button multiple times and you knock the enemy out, and literally that's it. And the gun combat is not better than just an average third-person shooter. But I guess that's understandable because combat is not the main focus point of the game. The game also introduces new storylines as the game moves further, such as these terrorists called Homo Demons with an E, which is a really weird name. But all the names in this game are weird, like Die Hard Man, and the daughter of the last president of the US, which is called America, so she just named her daughter after the country she ruled, which is really weird. But for the most part the characters are alright, even though some of them only talk for a few moments, yet I found them so annoying, like this girl, just shut up please and get in the bag. But on the other hand, some characters just don't shut up, like they talk and talk and talk, and at some point I just lose the plot and I find myself doing something I didn't remember was even mentioned. And the thing that is most annoying in this game are the menus. There are so many of them. Like to deliver something which is the basic mechanic of the game, you have to enter the delivering menu. Then click that you want to deliver the item, and then click again that you really want to deliver the item. Like, why do I have to do so many things to do such an easy task? I don't understand. Like, for example, if I take a shower in the game, because I would never take one in real life, and I want to skip that cutscene because I don't want to show Daryl Dixon's bums on YouTube, I have to click skip like 3 times. This is totally unnecessary and just wastes my time. This is why I said this game is a pain to enjoy, because there is a somewhat good game in Death Stranding, it's just buried under unnecessary shit, and it's annoying. But all in all, if you don't know what to play, then this game is worth a shot, but if you have other stuff to do and play, don't bother. The game is getting a sequel at some point, and if they cut out the bullshit, it can actually be a really good game, so let's hope they listen to what people had to say. But tell me your opinion on Death Stranding in the comments, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye.